Just let them talk.
Sock
Hey,
fucking
guys.
bro, yeah, for real.
Guys, no, this is going to be my most unprofessional show I've ever done. And thank you so much, guys, for being for the show. I appreciate everybody that's not watching because this is not a normally hour for a show, but we appreciate it anyways. And it's the first time we've had Mr. Min fully awake, which I'm now regretting. And
You don't have
hi
your
Trey.
one-strap backpack, bro. I'm disappointed.
I don't. I can barely have one of those on my back these days because my back is bad because I'm an old man. Trey, how you doing, Trey? Please help me.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, Trey, why don't you give me a beatbox so I can start the show without crying? Hello, guys. Only if I can't tell ya what I gotta say with forever. Now I'm sitting with my one-strap backpack. React my facts that. Did you ever get me, Jack? I ain't pretending like I'm getting when I'm going it down. I'm sitting on Facebook, feeling it now. And see, I gotta share this. My daughter's starting to sing because she's hearing me scream. And I'm wondering, B, what the heck am I doing if I can never pursue situations in my life is sticking like glue? Did I understand what I came to do? That right, but now I'm standing with 15 seconds left on my mic. Oh no, what am I gonna do right here? Gotta break this time, gotta see my fear. Gotta run for the light, but the London go. But did you know what I did? And I still don't know. Yo, but that's it, yo. See you later, bro. Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you.
What it do?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hey.
What's popping?
Oh, I'm Mr.
Brand new
Min
whip.
right now.
Oh, your dreams,
You
your
are
dreams are
Mr. Min
finally
right
come
now.
true. Oh,
For some reason, we had to do
Hey,
that.
I
But
wouldn't
oh
mind
well.
being Mr. Miles. If I was born
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
name that I could just use as a rap name, that'd be dope.
Well,
you know,
you live in Germany, so
that doesn't make for good album art.
yeah, it's difficult. But you're in Germany, so if I was in Germany, it couldn't be Cody Miles. It would be Cody Kilometer.
Kilometer.
Okay.
was it we had rented a car and our car
Cody Kilometer.
was on kilometers and we did not know. So the whole time I'm just driving like a grandma throughout America because I didn't realize it was on kilometers instead of miles. People were just honking at us like, what's wrong with this guy? I'm
Hey,
like,
we
sorry.
can make the hook. Cody Kilometer. Cody Kilometer.
Kilometer.
Cody Kilometer.
I don't know where this accent came from, but I like it.
Cody Kilometer. Oh, I'm gonna stop.
Oh, sorry. All right. The joys of having your own personal
My bad.
beatboxer. Well, what, Trey? Let's start it up.
Don't worry.
All right, go for it. You really got to produce well.
What is everyone's headline of the week? Was that good? Was it pretty good?
That's really good.
Is the voice changer coming through? Is the real question.
It is.
Okay, phenomenal.
Yes.
Great. So it sounds really stupid if it didn't.
You ready for my headline of the week, guys?
You
Stop
better.
talking. I'm trying to be professional right now. I drowned Link.
Okay.
I drowned Link from
Cool
Zelda.
story.
If you didn't know who Link is, he's drowned. I
Oh,
killed him.
I thought it was Zelda. Didn't you drown Zelda?
No, that would be terrible. I'll be beating up ladies. That ain't cool, man. Link is
He didn't
Link
get
is
the
the good guy in
joke.
Zelda. Nope, not gonna get your joke because
Cody,
I
you can
was
go next.
focused.
We'll just go in clockwise order.
Okay. Yeah, we're like T-minus 7 days till Doomsday.
Wow. that's-
I don't know if I like that headline, but we're about to hear it in a second, I guess. I get to celebrate October early.
Mr. Min?
Mr. Min did coke this week.
Well, okay then.
All right, we're starting early.
Yep. And if we were monetized, we are now demonetized. No, just kidding. All right, Jason, let's go.
Well, I found Zelda or Oracle at Time. I can't say it right. For
Ocarina?
the Ocarina on Time
Ocarina.
for 6004
Not on
of-
time. Ocarina of Time.
for Nintendo 64, and I sell toys and vintage games, and so I was really excited. I found it for like $30, and it's $100 cartridge, and so I was chilling, really excited that I got it open, checked it all out, it was all good to go until somebody was like, "Hey, is that rust on that?" And then I realized that the other side of the case is rusted, and so I had to go in and clean the whole thing. And the joys of being a collector of vintage toys does mean that you definitely are a professional at cleaning off rust off things. But yeah, no, I was like, how does this even happen? Like, how did they even get wet enough to rust?
Wait, the cartridge, as in the chip?
No. So there's in the Nintendo
case?
64, there's a metal shield around the entire thing.
Yeah.
So inside of it, so there's the board, but outside of it is a metal shield, and then the plastic cartridge. So the metal shield is rusted, and so a little of the rust has gone down. It's fine; it hasn't touched the game. The game works fine. Just means I have to clean the shield, but it just more time I have to spend on it. When I was hoping to, I had like 3 or 4 offers for like $90, so I was like, yes, and then I was like, oh, can't do that. Let me clean it first. So
And you took it up and then we're like, oh, now I got to clean it so I can get my $90.
well, I could have sold it and just been like, well, I didn't see that, and somebody noticed it, but I'm not. That's not my way. I don't roll that way.
Have you actually ever played Ocarina of Time?
Yes, I hope.
It's
one of the best games
one of
ever.
my favorites. It's the best, yeah. Did you know they made an Unreal 5 version of it? Like they're remaking it right now. Or some guy is. He's like, he has a Patreon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
amazing.
West,
No, you know what's funny is I
Till
know I
Nintendo
played
sues
it.
the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I played it, but when I saw the intro when I was getting it tested, I was like, I don't remember this intro. But that's why I questioned myself. But I definitely played it because I played everything on the Nintendo 64. But there you go. That's my story, guys. And I still haven't cleaned it yet, so I need to do that maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe never.
No, yes, my wife will not be happy with me if I spent money on a thing that I didn't flip. So, got to do the things, and she's the one that pays for all this. So I got to follow. Got to do what she says. So,
Really quick before we segue, is it the gold cartridge?
no, it's not the gold. It's the original release, and so that was still pretty cool. And it's in beautiful shape. Here, I'll just show you.
Oh, here we go.
Here's the box.
Amazing. Cool.
Okay.
And then has the brand still has the
That's just
manual.
nostalgia.
Wow.
And then we have the cartridge, which again is in great shape, other than the whole rust in it. So there you go.
So you just popped it open and you saw rust?
No, actually, somebody on the eBay listing was like, "Yo, is that rust or just weird discoloration?" And I'm like, "Why would there be rust in there?" And I looked, and he was 100% right.
Dang.
Oh, again, I had it opened up like an hour before that conversation happened, but she just didn't flip it over when she was looking at it. So she was just checking to see if it was real and if it was in, and it looked like it was fine, but it's the sticker side that has the rust. So
Oh man.
I just didn't flip it over, so I had to get in there, and hopefully I had Nintendo has these weird screws in there, so you have to, hopefully no, these are the hex ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, way too much time on my story.
Yeah, let's move. I want to hear Cody now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're like six days from Doomsday. My wife is scheduled for C-section on Thursday. So
Congrats, dude.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thanks. Yeah. We'll
That's awesome.
either have a baby today or in the next 5 minutes or at the latest on
I'll
Thursday.
be leaving the show early. Maybe not. I don't know.
At first you were like, maybe we'll have a baby. What else could you have? A goblin? I don't know.
Yeah. No, the protocol at my company right now is like, pretend I'm not here because I might not be. Like, just any minute. If I get a text from my wife, see you guys.
I'm out. This is family emergency. Very much.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's cool.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, we have one terrorist already, so now we're just gonna
live that life. The second one, people tell you that the second one is easier. No, the second one is usually more evil than the first one. Oh Lord, my daughter is you saw her earlier. She's adorable, but she's the monster of the world.
She's adorable.
Monster of the world.
Yeah. Yes. You don't even know. You'll learn that when you see her in a few weeks, Trey. So
yeah. Well, I guess we'll be going back down to some San Antonio from Austin.
Yeah, during ACL. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
I'll finally get to meet your actual family.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool.
Whoa. Dropped in 200 episodes and you haven't met each other's families.
Yeah. Well, he lives in Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
I do not live in Texas.
We'll talk about that story later. It's a fun story.
I guess I can go ahead and go so we can move on with this. Yeah, I get to celebrate October early, and I'm going to Oktoberfest in Cincinnati, which is tomorrow. And it's nothing like the Deutschland, I'm assuming, but it'll be the closest I can be to Deutschland in the States. But I get to go up with my girlfriend, and her parents invited me up, and it's this whole thing. So I don't know where we're going to be. I'm assuming they're going to be opening up or closing off a certain part of the streets for it, and it'll be pretty fun. So that's it. That's all I got.
The whole Great Lakes region is really big on like former Germans, like Cincinnati, Milwaukee. Obviously, Milwaukee, like it's big out there. It's big out there. I will not be at Oktoberfest this year. I'm going to be in Vienna, and I'm going to be in Berlin. So I'm traveling to work the next few weeks, and I'm probably just not going to be showing up to Oktoberfest. But I tried Coke for the first time. Not for the first time.
Oh no!
I tried Coke this week. Yeah, man. I don't normally drink Coca-Cola.
There it is.
From sodas. And this week I just had like 3 or 4. I had a Coke a day. It was wild.
Nice.
I was like, man,
okay.
Super energized. But like I realized, man, it makes my teeth feel softer.
That is true. Soda does weird things.
Yeah. So
that's
clean battery acid and destroys your teeth.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man, you gotta stay away from that Coke, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not good for you, bro.
It's true.
But that's a headline of the week.
Well, there you go. Those are some awesome headlines of the week.
Drinks.
Yeah, I live that life. Even though right now I'm drinking some water. So
that's a water can?
Was it seltzer water?
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't do non-change water on the screen. Dang it! I did it again. Sorry.
Where's your change water at, bro? I can't even get it out here, man.
It's in the bedroom.
I'm trying to get it.
I have it in my bedroom, so I'm always hydrated with that change water. So it's very important in my life.
Get that change water, bro.
Gotta get
it's
that
the
change
only water
water
that's worth getting.
Well, I think I'm contractually obligated to. Yes, obligated to drink it at all times, which causes problems at ACL. Because they have like other water sponsors. So then it's like, oh, but other water, I have to drink this one. So, and whatever. It's fun.
Good problems to have, Scout.
I'm not mad if yeah, you're right. If I'm getting in trouble for drinking a certain water, I'm living a good life.
Anyway, crazy, Scout?
What? Yes?
I've done like 5 albums. I've produced Cody's last re-released album.
All of them.
And you're the one on ACL. What the heck?
Yeah,
Cody,
what are
we doing wrong, bro? What are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong?
I have nothing. Well, Zaya's with me too, right? He's coming with us.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know, and he hasn't released anything. You know, I'm ready to talk to him about it.
This is my 4th year and Trey's 2nd year, and then Zaya's 2nd year. And no, I don't ask questions. I have no idea how this is even possible. I'm a 40-year-old dude that now gets paid to rap at festivals. I don't know why. I'm not mad about it. I started this silly podcast, and next thing I know, I'm doing that. And so I can't be mad about it. I said I always laugh. Like Trey was loving it. Like we're walking around with our little badges,
it was dope.
looking
totally dope,
talking to like famous people, like we know what we're doing. It was fun.
That's wild.
Got a haircut. I got my haircut
That's wild.
We got to hang out with a dude that was Eminem's barber. we got to live a pretty awesome life. So
That's
even
wild,
we even
bro.
did an
That's a whole
affiliate
podcast in and of itself.
We even did a rap for a we did a commercial Instagram post for a actual
Gibbs, Gibbs.
Yeah, for an actual beard brand, which is hilarious. So yeah.
So sports clips. Is Gibbs sponsor Sport Clips? Whatever.
Yeah.
Sport Clips uses Gibbs product, and it's strictly for men, and it's everything.
Sure.
Beard, hair, whatever, body wash, and we got to meet the guy who made it.
We got to hang out
and
with
I use that
Gibbs.
stuff all the time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then we did a little Instagram post for him. We didn't charge much. We didn't charge anything. We should have thought through that one. But yeah, we said
right. Anyway. Yeah, right.
Okay, Cody,
right,
we need to
sweet.
talk to these guys how to make money. Like, this is ridiculous.
Really? Yeah.
I will
Like,
gladly
come on
sit
now,
back and
like-
listen.
So hey,
Like,
Trey,
this
it's
could be the sponsor of today's video.
well, but they just got a way big commercial. Trey, it's that time.
Dang.
It is that time, and I hope you guys are ready because
It is time for a quiz. I double clicked, right. Anyway, so
Your voice
we are
will
good to
change
go.
though.
Yeah, no, I got it. So I got a nice little quiz for both you guys, and you guys are both going to be going up against Jason, which will be fun because I'll allow you both to answer unanimously as a team against Jason. Now, Jason, I will help you out throughout the quiz. You might
you
be able
won't.
to
You're a
actually.
liar.
You're right. I won't. You might be able to win this one though if you know
No, I
anything
won't.
about hip hop, which you probably don't. But without further ado, this is a open quiz where you get to say whatever you want. There is no right or wrong answer. There is right answers, but I'll be the judge of that.
You just have to make Trey laugh. Is usually the
Yeah, honestly, I mean, if you make me laugh, then it's immediately correct. But without further ado, let's get into it. Cody and Mista Men, you guys are up first. And the question is, who are the 03 Bonnie and Clyde?
Oh,
Cody, I'll have to give it up to you. I mean, this is one of your favorite rappers.
I mean, feel free to answer.
The 03 Bonnie and Clyde.
oh, come on,
There's
Coach. You can do this.
Eminem and,
Man, apparently Jason knows.
his daughter.
Nope, it
what's
is.
his name?
Y'all are both
Haley.
wrong.
Hold on,
It's
Jason.
I was three
get first
Bonnie
crack.
and Clyde. That was Eminem and Haley. Eminem and Haley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Can I go now,
Maybe.
Trey?
No, Cody needs to answer.
Oh, come on! I'm gonna give the
I'm gonna-
answer without
I'm gonna
knowing.
make you squirm. You almost did.
I know.
So shush.
I thought it was Eminem.
I can't, guys. I can't.
You gotta give me an answer.
You got to answer something, bro. Can't leave me hanging like that.
Okay, fine. You know what? It's Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, and one of them
Yes,
is the
please.
female version.
How you stink. You're gonna win that one because that's a great answer.
Okay.
I don't know if Trey. The
Jay-
funny part is Trey doesn't know who Insane Clown Posse is. So,
Yes, I do. Anyway, go ahead,
okay.
Jason.
It's Jay-Z and Beyonce.
So here's the thing. It is Jay-Z and Beyonce. So you guys were like nowhere near the answer.
That's
Man. Sorry,
That's okay.
bro.
It's all good. We got 4 more.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on. And,
Hey, wait,
Jason,
Trey, does that mean
Totally
I
got
get
that
a
wrong.
point?
Jason, you get a point. You got it right.
I'm winning the quiz. I've
Jason.
decided the quiz is over. Time for the interview. I win.
Well, we can get
I
on
had
with it
no
if you stop
idea.
talking.
I thought it was gonna be.
Sorry.
I'm trying to remember what I was doing in 2003. 2013, that was it.
High
was
school.
third grade.
2003. That was high school, right? Or middle school.
Yeah, I was still in high school.
I was younger.
Yeah, and
Scout, you had already graduated. You were starting Concept
Yeah.
7 with product. I remember this.
I was.
Yes.
All right, Jason.
And
Question
rapping
number
in
2.
trees with
Thank you,
Saul
that was
Paul.
Question number 2. Jason, are you ready? Okay, cool. In 1994, Biggie Smalls married which R&B artist?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, crap.
Biggie Smalls
Dogs.
was married.
Yes.
I guess so.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
he married
man.
Faith Evans.
There it is.
Of course, I know that.
Yeah.
So,
I, for
Jason,
some
if
reason-
you
Does
would,
too. He
if
was
you would have
just
said
playing.
somebody, who would it be?
He was just playing.
It was Faith Evans, but my brain couldn't remember, so I was gonna say marry somebody, but I knew that wasn't the wrong answer. So,
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been wrong. And then
Yeah.
so Mr. Min and Cody, you guys get the second question right. It is
Yeah.
Faith
Amazing.
Evans. And now you guys get first crack at the third question. So, Country Grammar was released by which hip hop group or artist?
That one's easy.
Oh
That
wow.
one's,
Okay, wait a second.
It's easy, but
oh,
who is it?
it's Nelly, right?
I just realized something, Trey. Are we just letting them go first at this point, just so that
I
they win the
guess.
best quiz?
I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're doing there. Yeah, that's. I'm also gonna say Nelly.
Yeah.
That is correct. Congratulations. You guys both get it right. All right, number 4. Jason, you get first crack at it, and then Mr. Min and Cody, you go next at the same question. Jason, Ghetto D was released by which pop artist? Or excuse me, which artist?
Oh no, I don't know the answer to this question.
That's tough.
Ghetto D. It's not Domino, is it? Or
Is that your
if
answer?
it's Scarface, I'm gonna be so mad at myself.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Min, Cody.
Scarface, I think.
Dang it.
Pretty sure. I'm not sure, but I thought it was Scarface, to be honest.
Or Ghetto D was released by which artist?
So I'm going to guess D is going to be Detroit here. So I'm thinking of Detroit artists. I don't know. I'm just going to go with.
I need a unanimous answer.
Yeah, let's go D12.
Oh,
It is Master
unanimous
P.
answer. Oh shoot.
Master P. Oh.
It is Master P.
Yeah.
So now that you guys got that right, that is okay. Final question. This is
I
from
didn't know that.
This is anybody's game. Coloring book is goes Cody and Mr. Men. You guys get it. Coloring book is which star's third mixtape released in 2016?
You know what really sucks? He did the album. Miss Min help me. Acid Rap. He also did Coloring Book is his debut album, but he's at like.
As you guys are thinking, Jason, who is it?
What was the question again?
Coloring book is which star's third mixtape released in 2016?
Chance the Rapper.
I would say
Dang it.
Crayola McFly.
Okay, well, obviously that is wrong. Mr. Min and Cody Miles, you get the quiz correct because you have the most correct answers. Congratulations.
You're saying I could have stole the deal from him?
I'm celebrating,
I mean,
even
you
though I didn't
could've.
contribute. Except for K7.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
Randall
I got too
Sanchez,
excited.
someone he came out and said, "Come on, Jason, Domino."
Yeah, I realized. He only he had 2 albums, but
I honestly did know. I thought it was Scarface, but I was like, man, I didn't know.
yeah.
But congrats, guys! You guys get this NFT that isn't really worth anything right now, but someday will be. It's our Jaime NFT. That is a friend of ours, and he is also another podcaster. But Jason
web
whipped that up
series
a little.
creator, Tracy.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
Action
Yeah,
Bronson.
he hates the word podcast because he has a live show that's recorded. But whatever. Anyway,
Yeah, he does kind of look a little Action Bronson-y. That picture, I have no idea why he looks so giant. He's not that big. It was like the angle of it, but then when I added the color scheme, all the stuff to it, yeah, he looks like he's like Jabba the Hutt's brother or something.
He'll hopefully watch this later and dog us out.
Yeah,
All right,
well,
sweet. So that is it for the quiz. I'm glad we got that out of the way so we can actually talk to you guys now. Jason, why are they on the show today?
Well, when I had the dip,
Stop. Wait a minute. Stop. Quit. Jason, why are they on the show today?
Well, when I talked to the guys, I asked them what can we do for a better year. They said make old new and enjoy the present. Why, guys, do we need to do that for a better year? That was real professional, something, right? I'm awesome.
That sounded good.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
second
thanks.
time is
Great
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm so lost. I just know that Scout, you're my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
That's the only reason y'all said yes. That's the only reason y'all said yes to be on the show is just to hang out with me and tell me how
That's
awesome I
true.
am.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
fair.
I bought a one strap backpack when I was in high school because there was this rapper named Scout the Psalmist, and he walked down the highway with a one strap backpack. And the only thing he knew was the way that he acted.
Yeah,
Piece of
we're
every
gonna do this
person
now.
that he gets close to. But it's not really
It's not really
his.
mine. Yeah,
It's not really
his.
mine
but experience.
or his.
Trey, they're
Yeah,
quoting
right.
songs from my first group album from Concept
I
7.
figured as
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I
My
appreciate
favorite
that.
one though is Rise Up. I'm a hero. Yeah, he's a hero.
You're a hero.
Yeah, he's a hero.
I tell you all the time,
Word.
my favorite version of that one strap backpack verse is the remix that you did for the anniversary edition of the album. I love that version of it.
Thank you.
Too.
And so
Yeah.
I keep on trying to finish a music video for it, but I never do it. I'm working on it, have some stuff, and I just never finish it. So one day I'll do it.
Yeah.
My favorite Scout the Psalmist song. There's a song you did with David with Product. It's like hip hop coursing through my veins. Hip hop. What's the song called?
Yeah,
Help
yeah,
me.
it's on the second album.
It's
Rhyme Disease.
well, that one actually we
Rhyme
had.
Disease.
No, it's on the first
That
album.
was
It's on the first
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
not.
the second album.
It's on the second album.
Rhyme
Oh, it
Disease.
is on the second
It was
album.
on our MySpace, and they caused a lot of issues actually, which is a funny story. We actually ended up getting a cease and desist from the guy that wrote Rhyme Disease or something, and so we had to like have this whole lawyer thing. It was hilarious, and so
Yeah, we had a few legal battles like that came up
Yeah.
in C7. There was a band. There's still an industrial electronic music band called Concept 7,
Mhm.
but they write it a little bit different, and they tried to say that we needed to stop, and we had to like literally have a lawyer write them like, okay, please give us more information or please cease and desist, and blah blah blah. I remember that. It was wild,
Yep.
and then they just
Cool.
never wrote anything ever again.
Yep.
Wait, how do you get around that? You just remove the space between Concept and 7 and call it a day.
no, because we're in the
No, at
U.S.
the end of the day, they
It
just
doesn't
didn't
matter.
have any legal standing to
In the
deny
U.S., they
us.
were just in theirs, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been using
They were
it
in the
more
UK,
than they
and
did
also,
in the U.S. Yeah.
On top of that, we weren't in the same genre, and on top of that, we actually David had a longer standing with the name because he had Concept 7 was actually a branding thing that he had thought about with clothes before he even made it into a rap group.
Yep.
Hmm.
I didn't know this was just going to be an
And
interview
this
with me.
is what's
which is
interesting.
weird.
Well, what's wild is like
Let's
what's
talk about
wild is,
legality.
you know, we're talking about the re-release. We're talking about the re-release of
We're pulling off
of
a
the
Phantom
first
Menace
album,
situation.
but actually, Cody re-released the first project we worked on together as well recently.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is what we're going to talk about, which is the album Apocrypha. Which crazy, you know, it's a funny story. Cody, is as I was researching for this, I've never actually read any reviews for the album, and as I read the reviews, I started getting mad and trying to punch the screen because people were just mean to you. And I was like,
Oh man, it was way
What?
deserved.
"What?"
What were the reviews? I don't know that I read.
I was well.
Boo,
Rapzilla
this
did.
stinks. I'm just kidding.
Rapzilla did one on you, and it said that your flow was weak and that your
Wow.
delivery.
man.
And I always was impressed. I always felt like your flow was better. Your schemes were always cooler
Rapzilla
than
wrote
mine.
that?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now so I can read
Rapzilla
it out
wrote
loud
that?
to you. Yeah, I was. Oh, somebody did. I just
Wow.
Plot twist. This is actually the roast of Apocrypha. I'm just kidding.
and we have all the people that hated the album are now here on this live show.
Yeah, they're in the comments right now. No.
I love that. I don't think I've ever read
All
the
right, guys.
reviews.
Have a nice
They're
day.
probably all valid.
Ah!
Yeah, well, you like? Do you feel like when what was it? Let's see. I'm trying to pull that one up. Or was it
Cody,
Holy-
I think you're an awesome individual, bro. I have not even listened to the album yet. I think you're great. Mr. Men, thank you so much for coming on. I think you're amazing too. So, I mean, that should ixnay any negative comments that come through, right?
Wait till you hear the music. You'll
Exactly.
change your mind.
Oh,
You'll also hate it. then why re-release it? What was the thought process?
No, I don't really believe that. No, it's a great album. It's also like a piece in time, right? Like I was a different person at that point in my life. Mr. Min was a different person. Like it's a very special time. And it's a very special album. But I think both Mr. Min and I are like 100 times better today than we were then.
Yeah, I think it's always interesting when you release a record and you go back and listen to it and you're like, and the truth is that I know for me, I'm definitely my worst critic. And so I if somebody sent a bad review of anything I've ever done, I always feel like, oh, they're right, because I already felt like it was terrible. Like everything I do, I always have very low self-esteem when it comes to that stuff. I know it's good. You'll suck. But it's hilarious because then people are just like, dude, you're awesome, blah blah blah. But when I see it, I'm not really offended by it because I'm like, no, I definitely could have tried harder or spent 10 more hours writing that song. But at some point, I just had to let it go. and let it fly in the world. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's like with freestyles. It's like once I say it, it's record.
I don't have that problem. I just write bars, bro. I'm sorry.
Well, that's because you live in Germany and nobody knows English.
That was the most Mista man response I've ever heard.
It's the truth, though. I write.
That's because everybody in Germany doesn't. The people that you're listening to your records don't know English. They're like, whatever this is, it sounds dope. It's like how we felt with Gangnam Style. We didn't know what to do with saying, but we thought it was awesome.
Not at all. By the way, I refuse to play that in any DJ gig. I will refuse to play that song.
Why?
Just like many others.
It's a great song.
Oh,
it is back in, when did it get released? 2009?
Yeah, but that guy still sells. Like, I saw a photo of him like 2 weeks ago. He sold out like 80,000 in some Asian
That's
country.
insane, dude. Yeah, because that beat, what was it? Charlie Bit Me was the most watched YouTube video like to date, and it just destroyed that viewership count for whatever. I mean, it was just popular. I don't know.
Yeah, crazy.
So,
okay, you got those reviews?
I'm looking on it.
He's like, I need to hear them.
I definitely found them, but now I'm like, now I can't find anything. I'm looking now. So
Cody, Mr. Man, what I don't know what inspired you guys to actually make this album?
Back then,
either of you can go first.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess what's the difference between then and now?
Well, let's start off with how the crap that just went off. This whole thing. Toy.
Let me here. I got the review for you. It's ready to go. It's queued up.
Awkward.
Here it goes.
Mega awkward. He's like, what?
Ever try to say something, but you have a lot of trouble actually saying it? Some of you have known what it's talking about. You have a hankering to speak your mind, but always I can't do it.
Wait,
it always comes out wrong. Maybe your opinion are too sharp and edgy, offending everyone in shouting distance at a latest rant, or you are too awkward to communicate your thoughts in an excited manner. Perhaps the deep and insightful reflections in your life sound perfect in your head to the masses. Your space. Well, anyways, maybe the little guy. You just need to enunciate. All that being said, when you don't communicate well, your opinions and messages will suffer. Cody Miles, I hope you're listening.
Oh, that was so in depth and detailed.
Okay, bye guys. See ya.
Oh no!
I did actually. Whoever said that, like, number one, 100%, like, totally right. Also, I want to be your friend, because that's amazing, like, super articulate.
It was from Holy Culture, July 10th, 2012.
I was on Holy Culture. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that was such a big site at
the time. Yeah,
I've never checked anything that was ever
out of 10. The music got a 3, Mr. Men. Out of 10, the music got a 3, and the flow got a 2.
Wow.
And
we got on.
But the content and character got a 7, and relevancy got a 7. So that was nice.
How do you have music have a 3, but the content and character have a 7? That makes no sense whatsoever.
When I read this, I told you I got mad. It was the first one that popped up.
Bruh, check this out. Nah, you don't let the cat out the bag. Min's gonna go off on this.
Oh no!
Like, first thing, who is this cat? Has he ever made a record? If he's never made a record, he needs to go make a record first. Then on top of that, all right, Pete Gang, he wants to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that my content, what does that mean? Oh, once again, it's the message you're sending. Man, you know what? I would literally give you 2 fingies up in the air, but I know Christian's been watching this. That's the content, sucker. I will show you the content.
This is the most gotcha we've ever done on the show. We're still trying to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Gaga, you got me bent, dog. You got me bent. Like, what's that even mean? Jesus told me about Jesus. That's when you get a 7. What, bro? Get slapped, bro. Get smacked.
Hold
This
on.
is
You
great.
got a higher score than I did, dude. You got a 3. I should be more mad.
Bruh, you know what?
My cheekbones
I
hurt.
remember Saul Paul told me something great once. He says he doesn't ever send his records in for reviews because it doesn't matter what reviewers say, and that's 100% fact. Now, that album came to fruition. Anybody who thinks that Apocrypha and Pantheon aren't dope songs is just stupid because I'm on those tracks.
The rest of them, though, I don't know.
Now, I should
Hold on,
defend
hold
this
on.
person.
Nah,
One
nah,
of them
nah, nah,
has
nah.
Manchild from
Gomer's
Marzo.
song is
Come
echt
on.
fly. It's really fly.
What was
bro.
that? What was that,
There's
Cody?
a song on
Gomer's
that
song
one
is
called
super
Simple
fly.
Man. Gomer's song is dope. No one's featured on that one, but Manchild of Marzil is on one of the tracks. How are you going to give a 2 to having Manchild on a song? That's crazy.
Yeah,
He probably
Simple
said something.
Man,
Now,
bro. That
I'm
song
going to
is
defend
fly.
him for 1 second. The last sentence of the review says, Cody, like most young MCs, I'd wager many veterans would resonate with this on the long-suffering search to find his own voice. Fortunately, he already got the substance. Hard work will bring the style. Looking forward to the next effort.
Wow. Wow.
This
for
dude
such a
seems
tear
awesome.
down, that's such a nice way to end it. I feel like they had to say something nice.
Yeah, no, and well, there's still like 2 more paragraphs that I didn't read. So
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not even.
we're not here for that. I just
Bruh.
when I read that, my feelings were
Bruh.
hurt, but I was like, "That's funny." But again, the idea, the progression of becoming better. Like it's funny
Yeah.
because I've told you this before. With all your newer stuff, it's like totally a change, but then at the same time, you can see the growth in it. It still has the same convictions that you always had, but now you're almost able to express them and you've always been really good with words, but now you're able to express them and emotionally hit people at the same time. And I think that part is an amazing growth and very cool
Thanks,
in
man.
that part. And so I think it's
Yeah.
funny because this guy probably feels the same way. He's probably heard your new stuff and thought, I'm so proud that he listened to my review and changed his life. And now he's not, and now he's watching the show and he's like, "What? He never read it? Why?"
So then I guess what I should have asked, now that I know what the comments are saying, is maybe not what inspired you to write it, but what do you think you could have done better? Like,
Yeah, so good. So good. You know, honestly, like, how old are you guys? I think I might be the youngest one on this call. I'm
no,
32.
Trey's younger than you.
I'll be
Okay.
30 this year.
Okay, 30. Okay, cool. Sorry, Trey. If you're under 30, you shouldn't be saying anything. You just don't have a. You don't know anything.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. All right, so peep game. So I met Cody. I went back to Texas in 2009 in summer. We linked up at Skelly's studio because he was working with Product. He had already worked with Product on the what's that album y'all did together? What was it called?
We did
Kenosis?
the Kenosis album. Yeah. That
Right.
was 18 on the Kenosis album.
Yeah, and like you were developing as an artist, and it was wild because I remember Product brought this out to me. Like he told me it was mad funny because like I remember telling Product like, yeah, that Cody Miles kid, I ain't really feeling his style, and I know you told him also, yeah, that Mr. Min dude, he ain't really that dope. I mean, he's okay. And then all of a sudden we did 2 projects together back to back, and Product's like, what the heck is going on here? And that was
I
just
still
awesome.
don't like you, but I like the music.
What happened?
Just playing.
I mean, I'm a jerk. I understand. I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
But we linked up at Skelly's studio in Taylor, Texas, because I just pulled up, and you pulled up as well, and we did the song Pantheon. And then we took that record and we talked, you and I was like, yo, let's work on an album together. Let's work on an EP. And you were like, yo, I want to do this thing on Apocrypha and whatnot. And I think you were in college at the time, and we took that song and we threw it on there, and then I just ended up producing like a bunch of beats in a certain style that was at the time very trendy. You know what I'm saying? Like I basically took the zeitgeist So anybody saying that no, this music wasn't flying, like they don't know what they're talking about, because that was exactly the zeitgeist right then and there. And we worked on it, and then David Gonzalez, or Skelly, he ended up doing the mixing and the mastering, and he did a good job, and the album came out, and that was then me and Cody, we didn't talk for a whole lot minute because we actually had like not beef, but like everything ended up not working so well. Because at one point there was like a miscommunication and arrangements weren't done to my style, and I was doing some of the mixing work, and then Skelly was doing some, and then they added elements to the track that I didn't know, and then my ego was hurt, and then I was just like, I was just being a dickhead, and sorry. I try to keep it PG-13.
That feels very Mr. Min.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, nah, this ain't fly. I'm done. And then like Cody was super hurt because like he worked with me on this project, and we were close. We was like best buds for like months, just communicating. And all of a sudden, I'm pissed, and I'm hitting the table and throwing the chair. You know what I'm saying? And like that was a super jerk move.
Can't believe.
And then I realized that, and I don't remember what actually. I don't remember what happened, but then at some point we ended up linking up again, and we did the Sun album together. But that was like like me and you rapping on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Honestly, like again, 18. I don't know how to interact with people. I'm kind of stuck in my own head most of the time anyway, right? Like really still coming together as an artist, and Skelly was like allowing me to do things he probably said no to. You know what I mean? He probably should have said no to adding some additional instrumentals on the Gomer song, but it came out cool. But anyway, yeah,
it came out great. I'm glad he did it.
Yeah. All of those beats are super cool, and I like honestly, if someone gave me those beats today, I would still say they're just as dope. Like they might have been the zeitgeist at that time, but it's super, super cool.
Yeah.
You just did a song for me, and you're using some of the drum kits from that album, and that was super dope too. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know, man. I think honestly, hearing that review, like it's all so true. Like, who really knows who they are when they're 20 years old?
No, like nobody.
I was coming to my own just like anybody else, and probably overconfident and like way insecure, and trying to like mask that with like that confidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I think that reflects in the album. I think people can see through some of that, but also like I love listening to the sound because I love also hearing it and knowing like how far as an individual and as a person I've come, right? I've like therapy should be something we should all do. And like therapy has been a good thing for me to figure out like, yeah, you got some trauma in your life, and you're trying to work those things out, and it's hard to do alone, right? And like a lot of us turn to music as a form of therapy, and some of us make music for therapy. Today, when I make music, it's not a form of therapy. It's just because there's a sound that I want to hear that no one else is doing, right? And that's like a very different approach to like just trying to like sort through what's going on in your heart and your head, right?
That's awesome, and I think it's funny because again, we jokingly I read that, I didn't know we were going to get so deep into it, but it's interesting because it's like, yeah, hearing that, and then though it's funny because you already kind of told yourself that when you listen to it yourself, like I could have done better or I could have done this. Revisiting the album to do an anniversary version what was kind of the feeling? What was the reason for it, and what was the feeling as you were listening to it, and what is it that you did differently on the anniversary album compared to the original? Both y'all guys.
Well, actually, no, this story even better because he was actually surprised.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, so Cody didn't actually like, we had talked about it once, I think, and like casually, and I did the mixes, and then I ended up just like staying still for a whole hot minute because I just got mad busy, and so did Cody. And then it was supposed to be a 10-year anniversary edition, but Skelly just for some reason just didn't get to the mixes, or there was miscommunication with the mastering and whatnot. But you were lit for the idea when I recommended like a 10-year anniversary edition, because like we had done it with this first C7 album, and I mentioned it to you, because I wasn't happy with the quality of.
What was
Right,
that?
it wasn't on any DSPs, and I wasn't happy with the quality of the sound from back then, because like we're so good now with the quality of the sound that we bring out. When I listened to those records, I really felt like, man, it was a great job. It was really well done, but we didn't know what we were doing like today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I basically took all the multi-tracks and went back. I got them from David Gonzalez, from Skelly. I got them back from him. I got the multi-tracks that I still had, and I just went back in there and mixed all the records again. You know what I'm saying? Like remixed everything. Not like remixing like sound-wise, but like making new beats, but like really went back into the mixing sessions and redid everything how I would do it today. And then I decided to attach, or I had asked Cody if it was cool if we attached an Apocrypha, no, the Pantheon remix that I did, because I remixed the Pantheon track and released it on my own. I asked him if we could do that, and then I also remixed the what was it? Not Apocrypha. What was it called? The other track I'm on. I did a remix of that. Sorry.
It was Pantheon and Apocrypha were the two songs.
I can't. Yeah, and I did remixes of both of them, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm asking you, Scout. I'm hoping you heard the album.
The answer is no. I did not. You think that I would be prepared for that? I from my head never even registered that I should do that. That was crazy that I didn't think about it. Well, I read that review and I thought that guy must be right. I'm not going to listen to that track.
That is the
Wow.
No.
Well,
as long as you listen to our new stuff.
I do listen to all your new stuff, and I always appreciate it anytime, especially both of y'all, and because you're my friends. Anytime y'all release new stuff, I always try to support it.
But you haven't heard the Apocrypha you haven't heard the remaster?
No, I'll definitely listen to it because I love what you did with the Concept 7 stuff.
He said, no, I'll for sure listen to it.
Listen to it. I'm listening to it right now. Gosh. But if you, Mr. Man, if you don't know.
What? I'm flabbergasted right now. This is real emotion. I'm like, what?
I'm a very busy person at the moment. I'm not trying to be, but I have a
You're just digging the whole bigger. You should just apologize and say I'll listen to it after the podcast.
I listened to the new remixed Concept 7 album, and I really liked those remixes that you did, Mr. Man, on the Concept 7 album.
Yes.
Wow,
I'm sorry, Mr. Man.
Really,
I'll check
really
it out.
Disappointed in you.
Yeah, well, I try my hardest to let everybody down in my life.
Well, to cut the ice, you're probably thinking, why is Trey eating on the show? And my answer would be, I have low blood sugar. So anyway.
Nobody was thinking that, Trey. No one was
I didn't want to be rude. I just want to be like, hey, this is why.
Trey's
I don't normally eat on the show.
Trey has nothing to do today. He's like, guys, why am I even here?
Word.
But
so
I'm gonna go get my popcorn. Actually,
Cody. I gotta say that working with you on Apocrypha was one of the most fun projects I ever worked on, and for me, it was really, really great to revisit those mixes, because I had a vision for that album, and we were finally able to put that out exactly like how I envisioned it in my mind in this 11-year anniversary version. You know what I'm saying? Like acoustically, sonically, vibe-wise, because like that one song, the "Throw Your Hands Up." Throw your hands up.
Yeah,
this is the anthem. The anthem. Like when I first heard that, and this is gonna be. I'm letting it all out now. When I first heard that, I felt like there was like not enough of like the feel of the beat, and I was like, man, what was Cody thinking when he made this record, right? But then like I would vibe with it, and I dug it, but like it would always be like my least favorite record. But when I was doing those mixes again, I was listening to the raw tracks, and I was listening to your cadence and listening to the groove and the beat and everything. It made sense. And that's why I think it's so important to like, if you have the opportunity to go back to some of these great records in the past, to like make them sound like they should, you know what I mean? like the C7 one, yours. I'm even thinking about doing the one we did last time, C Sun, which is sounding great, but like compared to what you're doing now, what I'm doing now, like the acoustics and everything, I think that um revisiting that would also be cool. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
So I'm really struggling on that because it's like it's still a great sounding record. I mean, honestly, bro, if Scout, you haven't heard that album, you should be ashamed of yourself because that is literally probably the best body of work I've ever done. Sorry, I love Concept 7,
I
but
didn't
the
know
best
that.
body of work that I've ever released.
No, that one's an awesome record. I never realized the 11-year anniversary came out. I'm sorry. No one told me. I didn't know until I started this interview. I apologize, or until I prepped it. But I let you down as a friend and a mentor. As a mentor.
You know, it's really funny.
It's not going
I'll tell you the
anywhere.
story why he says that, Cody. I'll tell you why. I used to always have loud breaths in all of my raps. And Scout would tell me how not to do that. And that's why he always says he's my mentor. That's
Yeah.
why. Because he
From
taught me
one piece
breath
of advice they
control
gave him
while
10, 12
rapping.
years ago, 20 years ago.
And it
I
still
mean,
annoys the crap out of me that he says that.
I'm just saying.
It's like, I'm your mentor. Shut up, bro. Just shut up. You're
When
not.
you're with me, you're everybody's mentor at this point. You know, it's just how it works.
Word.
But no, I think that's amazing. What's that?
Scout and I actually have kind of a similar background because we shared the same producer for a really long time before I had you, Mista Min. And that producer was like an actual like he whipped me in the studio. He would yell at me for my breath control and have me punch in every single line, like actually punch in every single line, even when I didn't need to. And now when I come into the studio, and I always record alone now, but I like he's in there with me telling me like punch in this line, you're sounding weak at the end of this line, your breath control is bad here. So I know where it comes from for Scout.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know.
word.
Yeah, no, it's very hilarious. It's like you wanna make it happen, and it's like, yeah, and to this day I still hear the voice telling me to do it. And then, you know, product will send me emails too and be like, you messed up again. And I'm like,
oh, I talked to Product this week, bro. I talked to Product this week. Yo, he told me the wildest story. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell it, but I forget it. I'm
don't
just saying
tell
anyways.
it. Don't tell it. Don't tell it. Or tell it.
Why not?
We want to hear it.
All right, go for it.
We already started.
It's probably about me.
Yeah, I was like, why? Like, it's so anticlimactic now.
Say it anyway.
It's like, okay, basically, Product let me know that he's gonna work on his own solo project.
Oh, I know this. Because I
know you know this, Cody, but Scout didn't.
Well, hold on. Here's why. Okay, number one, we've all been telling him to do it for the longest time. Number two, right. I just told him that I wouldn't put one of the songs that we were working on my new album. And because I don't want to lose my job. And he was like, fine, I'll put it on my album.
That's why. Oh,
so
finally. Well, that's good.
You just have to tell him, hey, let's do a song together, and then be like, I'm not going to put that on my album. You can have it. And then we'll force him into creating an album.
This has been forever. And so it's hilarious that he's going to do that. So I said he's awesome, dude. And I'm grateful for having him in my life because
me too.
Yep,
his kids watched my kid last night.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I think about that because like we knew you when you were a kid, and so like that's funny.
Yeah.
You in your orange jumpsuit.
Yes, that's a different story.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. I just needed to say it out loud.
Yeah. He was my youth pastor, and then he was my pastor, and then he's just my best buddy.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
That's wild.
Right? Also, he's a great rapper.
That's wild. Yeah, he is.
Well, it's
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
because
And that record that you sent me to mix, Cody's working on some records, as he already said, and he sent me one of the first tracks to mix and started doing it already. Bruh, his flow on that track, the first bars, I was just like, what is this? This is not product. Who is this person? It was
I know. You know
wild. It
why?
was so dope,
I
bro.
made him punch in every line. Siza's influence made me, because he wants to record a certain way and he likes his breaths in the recordings. And I was like, no, we're doing it my way, which is Siza's way.
Yep.
And dude, it came out so good.
well, I laugh
It
because
came out so good,
those
bro.
are a lot of like each other, and so it always made me laugh because it was an easy transition to the to this person making me do all that work, and so it's hilarious. Now I'm opposite than you, but I because I do freestyle stuff, but in general, but yeah, I do think that all the time where I just hear the voices going, "Please stop, do it again." I'm on take 150 and be like, "Why?" And I think Product had mentioned this a few weeks. He was like, "You don't understand how much." He was like, "It always the amount of time I had to invest in you, it hurt other parts of my life." And I was like, "What do you when it comes to rapping?" And I was like, yeah, I imagine it's
The
hard for you to
meanest thing I've
rap.
ever heard.
Yeah, well, no. But it was like, I was like, oh, obviously it's hard for you to rap. I understand that it take a while. And he goes, no, I'm talking about your takes and how long it took you to record one 16-bar line.
Oh
And I was
my
like,
gosh.
ouch. And I was like, but then I realized, this is all before I was married. And so now I realize, oh no, I could definitely see spending 12 hours on one person and their 116-bar line might be a little going overboard. And the problem is that wasn't the only time, that wasn't the only producer that worked with me that way. And so I was like sitting there like in my own feelings, like, why did I hurt other people's lives? Because I was just trying to rap. I didn't mean to make them spend hours and hours listening to my dumb takes. Oh man. And now I'm older and with kids, and it's like, nah, if I record more than if I did this podcast for more than 3 hours, I'm leaving because my wife is not having it. You know what I'm saying? So I think about that now. It's like, oh man, I remember having the feelings like, man, I was a terrible young man. I just didn't think about other people when I was recording. And so it's funny how it
At
goes.
the end of the day, people can just open their mouths and tell you like what it is. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
But back to the aspect of product, working on a solo album. I want to touch that again. He's asked Drew to make beats.
Oh, that's
Drew,
awesome.
baby,
Well,
Drew.
yeah,
Like
that's a big deal.
Drew, that's a big deal. Cause Drew, like when we listen to album 1, and then we listen to album 2, you hear immediately that album 2 is produced by Mista, like 100%. It's straight up primo, boom bap. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was all up digging crates. I was digging crates, bro. I had records after records after records. I gave them all to Siza when I moved to Europe. And he used those records to produce that one album that you've taken off every single platform because you don't want to get sued. Which I think is amazing.
Yeah. That's a good album,
but those I was digging crates. I was chopping. I was making beats like all the time, and it was just like that night, like not 90s. If I was really like that evolution of sound that was going on between the late 90s, early 2000s, you know what I mean? And you really hear that in the second album. But now when I listen to the first album, I feel like even though I hate how my voice sounds, I hate my verses, so I hate everything that I do on that record, right?
Sure.
It's so musically encouraging and like just flexible. It's more of a collaboration of different individuals versus, oh, these multi-tracks that we thought were lost forever are actually here. Let me build some beats on these junks. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh, we had that one beat. Because actually the second album, Cody, I don't know if you know this, but the second album was actually Broken Elegance was the name of the crew that me, Scout, and Product did.
No,
Because
I had
we
no
couldn't
idea.
wait for SP. Yeah, we couldn't wait for Isaiah or SP to get around to making records with us, so we just kept making records, and we were gonna call it Broken Elegance, right? And all of a sudden, like it was like, nah, we got to get these guys on these records, and they were jumping on the records, and then SP pulled through on like two, and then he did a freestyle session, and probably ended up editing it and like making it super like wow pristine and whatnot. And long story short, everything got lost. Everything crashed. Everything disappeared, and that's why it ended up coming out so much later, because I was actually living in Germany, and Prody's like, "Yo, I found all the files." I'm like, "What? I found all the files?" And I didn't even know if it was WeTransfer back then. It could have been just like Google Drive or something. I don't even know, bro. Or maybe it was like, what was it called? Like
I
piracy,
forget what it was.
like
Yeah,
mega download or something like that. You know what I mean?
that was mega download probably.
It was probably
Yeah.
mega download. Like, hey, I'm gonna send you these files to be a mega download. And yo, it was really like it was just like, oh, we have this treasure trove of records. Let me work on those things. And we just like read it out I mean, we just hashed it out, man. It was wild, man. It was
That's
really wild.
awesome,
Because
man.
like when we were working on Apocrypha, we the second album was actually dead. There was no second album.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah, it's all
yeah,
gone.
and it was just
Yeah.
like,
I think
oh,
I'm on the
I was
second
actually
album.
working on
It's
some
coming
solo
out, right?
projects.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are, and
I'm on
that's the
vocals.
reason why I want to do, bruh. That was the best verse I had heard from you till that day, right? Because we had finished Apocrypha, and I was like, yo, this is fly, this is super dope. But you know, we weren't happy with the end turnout of the communication, right? So, but there was no beef. At least I hope not.
Yeah, it was cool.
Once again,
Yeah.
forgive me for being rude back then. Um, but we ended up doing the second album, and I'm like, yo, Cody, no, Product, I think asked you, yo, Cody, jump on this track. And he does this great verse, and I'm just like, yo, I need to make a record with this dude again. That was fire. And that's how we ended up doing Sea Suns. I was like, yo, we need to do something again hot. We need to do something hot, but I want to rap on it too this time.
It's so funny to like think about like redoing things, and that's why I much about the idea of making old new. I think it's interesting when you actually go back and you listen to the thing that you created so many years ago at a totally different time in your life, and but then you actually make it better. Was real quick, we gotta move on and finish the show. But Cody,
Okay.
when you listen to it, when you actually heard all the mixes and the remixes,
Yeah.
like even after like talking about the review and all that stuff, like how did you actually feel listening to the finished 11-year anniversary of the record?
You know, what it does is it like instantly transports me back to being 20 years old, about to be engaged, like getting out of college. And I remember the place that I was at, right? I remember the feelings that I felt. I remember the uncertainty of the future. I remember like I was kicked out of a church, you know, because I'm ratchet. And all of those things, like that's what made Apocrypha. Like the chorus on Apocrypha is like me going through this stupid stuff, right? And so I feel all those feelings, and I also like as a rapper at that time, I was trying to impress other rappers, which is like, you know, that's the trap you fall into, right? You stop
Yep.
kind of making music that you like or what you want to listen to, but you want to be respected in the community that you're trying to work in. That album did so much for me. Like I got to tour a little bit because of that album. Like I made a little bit of money. I got to open up for some really cool people. So like that album opened up doors for me. And even when I listen to it, I still think like it's not so bad in terms of the rhyme scheme. It's just I'm better now, you know, as someone who's like, I'm not a musician full time anymore. You know what I mean? Like I run a company, I run two companies, and about to sell both of them. Like there's things that are happening in my life that are so great, but like, you know, that music is what led me to all of this. Like I do everything I do today because of honing the skills back then in 2012, right? And like this album was such a short period of time too. Mr. Min and I made it in 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know that I could do that again if I tried. Like the last album I put out was almost 2 years ago, and we have a new album coming out in December once Mr. Man finally gets to mixing it. And see that.
I'm sorry, man. Like I'm so busy right now, bro.
As
Like I
a
said, I'm
parent, you would
traveling
know
all
that.
next week,
It's
bro.
like, yeah.
Yeah, there's no stress actually.
It's
And that's
not
the
the
thing, like,
parent, dog. I can get it done.
Oh,
It's just I'm traveling, bro. I'm traveling, like I'm hustling, bro. I'm always hustling. But sorry, Cody, I interrupted you.
no, yeah. And also, like, when I listen to the album, and especially like in this conversation, this has been like a lot of like inside stuff that probably no one listening to this podcast cares about. But like, I do music because I met a guy named David Boone when I was in high school, who was a rapper, and I was trying to rap, and he was teaching me some things, and then he introduced me to this group called Concept 7, and like, we talk a lot about Concept 7 today, and like the reality is, like, Cody Miles as a rapper is not divorced from Concept 7. Like I am like infiltrated into everything Concept 7, and it's become like part of who I am. You know, like everything music related to me is because of people in Concept 7. 2 of the people on this call being from Concept 7. So it's cool, man. It was a fun album, and I enjoy listening to it, and I also enjoy the music I'm making now a lot more.
well, and it's funny because especially
these records,
as you get older, you realize that you just don't care anymore. And I'm with you. I remember when I first did my records, I really cared about what people thought. And it was like, even with my MCing again, like I listen to it now, and though I love what I did, and I'm always grateful for everything that Size did on that and everything that happened on it. I'm still like, I don't know if that's 100% me, because I was still trying to be something. And it's like funny doing stuff now. It's like, I just don't care anymore. Like if enough people want to like who I am now, then let's go for it. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I just want to make cool songs. As you were saying, I just want to make the things that I hear in my head that nobody else is making. And I think it's so cool. And it's also growing to go back and listen to those old projects and go, okay, well, look at me. I did this. And again, if it wasn't for this thing, I wouldn't be doing it. But yeah, it's fun to see your progression, as I said earlier. Trey, do you have any questions you'd like to ask them before we move on? And you can just ask questions about me if you want. It's fine. I'm just playing.
Yeah, why does Jason smell so bad? No,
they still don't know.
I used to ask myself that when I would record with him. No. You don't understand. I used to record with this dude for 3 days straight, bro.
My follow-up
you
question
have no idea.
Be,
BO wasn't.
It's true. I'm not gonna
Just
fire
saying.
It wasn't when I was doing it with Drew where I had to like take off my shirt and everything because there was no AC in the closet. I was like half naked.
That was wild. That was wild, bro. That was wild.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. It's funny. But anyways, Trey.
I guess my follow-up question would be: have you ever had to sit on a cheeseburger in his car? And if so, was it a double cheeseburger or a single? The reason I'm asking that is because we were down in Ace, like he's picking me up from the airport in Austin, and I go to sit in this man's car, and I'm like, bro, what? Like there is like residue of like, oops, I dropped the cheeseburger on the freaking seat. And I'm like not even paying attention really, but then I get out of the car, I'm like, bro, I was sitting in that? Like, what, man? And here's the better part. So it came off, it wasn't nothing, but I had to buy a towel to sit in this man's car. I had to buy a towel to sit in this man's car. Like what? And the sucky part is that's not the one that was wrecked recently.
Luckily, I don't think either of them ever rode in the car with me.
This is all out of love, Jason. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I had probably had the greatest time at ACL hanging out with you, man. So
yeah, no, it's hilarious because I thought you were going to tell the story where I actually used to sit on my Whataburgers because it was the only way I could eat them. Because when I was in high school, when in high school we played football, and my last name's Riley. So what they do is they would order everybody Whataburgers, and mine would be at the bottom of the stack. So it'd have 50 other hamburgers sitting on it. And so to that point, anytime I needed to eat a Whataburger, it needs to be flat. Just because that's how I ate it. Like when I was a kid, when I was in high school.
Hold on. You sat on your burgers to eat them?
Well, in wrappers.
No,
I like
bro.
so they could get mushed. And so I would stick them around my leg.
Silly?
And I would squish them.
Don't you feel stupid? Don't you feel a little ashamed?
No, because I'm grateful. That's the flavor I wanted, Trey. It was delicious. I make sure that I've been clean. I have the pants on. I'm not doing this.
All right. But no. Real question. We can move on.
That was a turn.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to go into all that. I was joking, but anyway, real question. I guess what kept you guys going when the pitfalls came, or when the times were like, I don't want to do this anymore, and what could you tell somebody that is trying to accomplish the things you guys have accomplished? So I guess that's a two-part question. So like, what kept you guys going, and what got you over the hill?
You go first, homie.
At the bottom of everything for me, there is like a mission statement for my life, and if I'm doing things that don't align with that mission statement, those have to go away. But if I'm doing things that align and they're just hard, like either you figure out a better way to do them, right, or you just kind of push through. And like, especially like in my life, there's a lot of times when it feels like you're hitting your head against a brick wall just to try to get through it. And, you just have to keep doing it if you believe in what you're doing. And it aligns with the reason why you're doing it, right? My wife and I we created a business plan for our family, and we have like 3 goals that we want to accomplish in our life. We want to be godly parents. We want to be godly spouses. We want to create generational wealth, right? So like everything in my life is geared toward that. The rest of it can go to hell, Yeah, so I mean, it's just like it comes
In a
down
handheld
to
basket. Sorry, my bad.
That's a product line.
bad.
That's not a scout line.
There's a product line. I know.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I have any good hell lines, actually, now that I think about it. So
Yeah. So I mean, what do you do, Ryan? Music is a thing I today enjoy doing. It's not a thing I have to do, but there is a part of me that's like, the way that we live on is through our kids, and the way that we can live on is through what we do for others and what we make, right? Music is a thing that can live on past us. So when I think about music now, right, I want to make music that if I do have grandkids one day, that they can understand where they come from, right? And they know that like someone changed the trajectory of their family because everyone else screwed it up, frankly. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think about music in that way, and I think about hard things in that way. So hopefully that's a good answer.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that.
Mr. Mid?
Yo, so I just do what I want. That's me.
Good. I'm glad.
I've known you for all these years. Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
I just do what I want. And I do it well. Because I do it with dedication. I do it with commitment. I hold my word, and I don't lie to people, or at least I try not to. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I just try to manage priorities. And priorities, Cody put it well. Like, the priorities in my life are my wife and my son. Obviously, as a Christian, God is the Lord Jesus Christ is the most important aspect of my life. It's the thing that saved me from being a destructive force of just willy-nilliness. You know what I mean? Because like, doing what you say you're gonna do is super important, and that's why like I can do what I want and be good at it and not lose focus, because the focus is living that life that God wants me to live, And how do I know that? Well, I read the Bible. I meditate on what God teaches through that, and I let the Holy Spirit guide me. You know what I'm saying? That sounds kind of controversial to a lot of people, but it's just like, nah, it's not for me, because I've always just lived that way. I've always had tragedy in my life. I've always had incredible experiences in my life. When you look at life that way, it's always been just a test, a way to grow, a way to be who I am. Show off for God and not man. Isaiah line. So like, when you ask me like what keeps you going, it's like, I love doing this. I love this, and like, if I don't love it, I don't do it. And if there's nothing in it that gets me like excited, and I'll go do something else. I got better things to do than to do something I don't love. So that's
Right.
why I do it. Now, does that mean that there's not challenges? Of course there are. Does that not mean that I have to overcome adversity? Of course I do. But most of the things that gets in the way is myself. And when somebody's struggling and they can't realize that they're the own worst enemy, they're themselves. Like David Goggins, he puts it in this really great way. I remember when he was in that Joe Rogan interview, he's like, that scene in Rocky where he's describing it. Rocky, he's like, hey, come on. And you can see Apollo Creed like, come on, man, I just knocked you out. And he's like, he took his soul. I'm like, word, okay. I see what he's trying to say there. Like, just do it. Just be about it. Like, you don't get in your own way. You know what I'm saying? Be like Rocky in that fight. You're down when you're down, when you can't move, when you can't do anything, when you're exhausted and you're mentally crushed, and even then still get up and just push through it, because if you love it, you'll do it.
Yeah.
Perfect. And the reason I asked that question is because, to both of you guys, like, I love that what you said was that, I mean, we're our worst enemies, and we get in the way of ourselves sometimes. And for me, that's my biggest struggle, is because I feel like I work so much to where, I go in at 5 a.m. If I want to work overtime, I go in at 4. If I come home at 1 normally. If I want to work even more overtime, I come home at 3. Now, that's a great job when it comes to, yes, I still have the rest of my day, but dude, I am dog tired, and I don't want, honestly, most of the time, I need me time when I come home from work, because I'm dog tired, and I'm like, I don't have energy for social interaction. I don't have energy for giving to someone else right now. I don't have energy for myself. So I pick up the controller, or I watch a show that just dropped, or, and so for me, it's not like, yeah, I want to do more work, or yeah, heck, I love spray painting and I want to start an Etsy. I don't want to do that. It feels like more work sometimes. And I know it's not, it's just the effort to go and do that rather than sit on a couch, or do other things like voice acting. Like, I want to do all these things, and I just feel so like there's not enough time in the world, and that's why I asked those questions, because I want to see what your all's responses would be to that. So,
yeah, I think your tolerance for pain like really, really increases when like there's like a deeper reasoning for it. For me, it's a lot easier because like I'm an entrepreneur. When you work for someone else, right? Like, you're giving a whole lot to someone else, right? So I totally understand. Like,
every day,
you come home from that and you're like emotionally, physically exhausted, and there's nothing left. And it's like, yeah, because you gave it away to someone else. That's the hard part about that,
I'm not thought about it that way. That is exactly true.
See, I don't have that problem.
Man,
I don't have that problem.
I mean,
because
that's crazy. That's
because I love what I do. I love what I do. I love what I do. And if I don't love what I do, I'm not going to do it.
And if it aligns with everything, then yeah, that's great. But yeah, I mean, like a lot of us work in jobs that like it's a grind, and like you might like it, but like also it's a paycheck.
Yep. I'll get there one day, but
yeah,
I hope so. That's
I'll
why
have to
you're
find
here.
it.
That's right.
To inspire you to do more stuff, and it's like, as I tell
Gotta
Trey all the
hustle,
time,
bro.
like,
Like, I feel you.
he's such a talented dude. He should be able to do all the things he wants. But yeah, you have to get out of yourself and go, these are the things I want, so I'm going to try my hardest to do them. It's like, I feel like
Have
when
you
I
read
get
Saul
to do all
Paul's
these-
book, Dream in 3D? Trey?
No, I don't think Trey has not.
Read it.
No,
Mine, Dreaming
Read
40
it.
is coming out next week.
Cody's
It's
book.
great.
It's a scratch and sniff.
Bruh.
Do you have-
I was
do you have,
genuinely
Southpaw?
advice.
Yes, Southpaw doing the forward.
Oh,
I thought
difference
my
of
3D was
Jason's
awesome.
car.
Like two of the most successful people I know is Cody, Miles, and Southpaw, right? Let's just put it this way, right? And both of y'all have like radical stories, and they're both motivated by just obviously a desire to be excellent. I know what your motto is in your life, Cody. I think you shared it with me once. You know what I mean? That underlying
It's on the
mission
back of my
statement.
shirt. Yeah.
Right. Don't you have it also
Yeah.
tattooed on you?
No. But our family motto is excellence in all things.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Right. So
Is that in case your
You know what I
motto
mean?
changes?
Like,
Is that
what-
why you wouldn't tattoo it?
It used to be Hakuna Matata, but now it's
Yeah, you
He's on covers up.
right.
We're
What's our
rebranding right
50th, motto?
Sorry,
But
sorry,
That's
man.
hilarious.
but like you know what I'm saying? Like when I look at y'all, like I'm encouraged because it's good to see people who get it. You know what I mean? Like, and I got to put it that way because I sent that to SP. I was at church service one time and just like listened to the pastor preach, and I was like, nah, it ain't like that. I'm not gonna go deeper than that. It was like, nah, it ain't like that. And the guy reminds me of this Bible verse. And I'm like, oh wait, yeah, wait, I need to hit up SP. Hey man, your walk encourages me because you get it, like you live it, you ride it out. And like Cody is the same with you, like you get it, like you gotta be. I mean, it's crazy because like a lot of times when you hear these kind of statements, you think they're like selfish, egoistic, like gotta be cutthroat. It's like, nah, man, it's not cutthroat. It's like you gotta be willing to go the extra mile. You gotta be willing to cutthroat in the sense of like push yourself to go that
Extra
extra,
mile? Mile?
level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Trey, I feel you when you're saying like it's hard, it's a grind. I've been there. Like when I came to Germany, bro, I had nothing. I had
Yeah.
nothing, and I built a life out here. So, like, I did a job working in kindergartens, bro. I did tourism. I think I struggled with alcoholism for at least a year. Just Oktoberfest
That's
all the
real.
time. You know what I'm saying?
He
I mean, that's
even
slightly
moved
a
there for a
joke.
girl and
I'm
didn't
not
even have
sure
the
though.
girl for a moment there, right? You like moved there for a girl and you didn't even have the
Yeah,
girl.
right.
It was like, it's like nothing
Bruh,
worked out.
it was wild. I was wild. And like, but I had a vision, and the vision was what I have now. And like, okay, so how do you maintain that? How do you keep it? How do you work? It's like, man, I just do what I want, and I do it well, and I focus on what God has prepared for me. And like, if you feel like you're not in that right space, then you're not. You got to go do something else, man. Just do it.
Yep.
Just do it. Like, because at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense to suffer.
Yeah, that makes sense. I appreciate that for both of you guys. That's really good advice.
Yeah, and thank you so much, guys. We could definitely keep going for another 2 hours, but Trey actually has to take a nap. I'm just, I have to actually go
4 a.m.
Yeah, but this is the time where I'm gonna make up a song about everything we talked about. Trey, is there a promo that we do for? I forget. Is there a button?
Oh,
yeah, there is.
Nope.
Yeah, there is.
Nope. Oh, okay. You made it up recently, then, or we just don't ever use it.
Yeah, we always forget. Here it is. It's rap time.
Let's get it.
Normally, I just make up a song about everything we talked about, which I can do. But is there something you'd like me to do a song about? Is there a topic or or some words that you'd like me to use to make up a song? Trey, or even inspire Trey's beatbox.
School bus.
Okay, the school bus. Okay, so what else do we got here? What are we gonna do with this song here? And again, if there's anybody in the comments, make sure you put some words in the comments. I'll use your comment word and make it happen. Ursinlur. What is that?
Whoa.
What's that? It's the world.
I'm just giving you words, bro. Come on now.
What words were those?
Here's in via. It's here we are. This is where we are.
Okay.
Planet Earth, bro.
What do you think, Cody? You got anything for me?
He's picking up things from his desk. So here's one.
Oh, I went through that. Did you go to the actual the actual seminar that he did for that one?
No, I don't know the guy at all. My partner dropped this book off, and he's asking me to read it.
Oh no, he did this cool seminar, and it was hilarious. He had like 500,000 people on a Zoom call. It was crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was insane.
Oh, wow.
And I was one of them. So on 100 million offers, you got it. All right. Anything else? What do we got? Anything else? Trey, you got anything?
Whataburger car. Whataburger
Yeah.
seat.
Butt
That's what I
burgers.
get. That's what I get for talking about that.
Whataburger butt.
Yeah, Whataburger butt. Okay.
A
Candle.
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 Okay.
A LED
Wow.
candle.
All
A
right.
fake
Are
candle.
you
A
writing
faux
this
candle.
down?
if you
LED
want.
I've already
candle.
forgotten all of it.
Yeah, we need some samples. All right, let's go. Trey, if you can give us a beatbox. I'm gonna make a song about all those things that you just said.
Cody,
And
is
what-
your rap name Cody Miles?
Ostentatious.
Cody's your rap name Cody Miles?
It really is Cody Miles.
Okay, phenomenal. Perfect. Let's get it.
Yo, it's DJ Sndfx, Mr. Min, Cody Miles, and Scoutda and Dj Sndfx. Mike, let's get it.
I sat on my cheeseburger. 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 I'm just playing. I ain't trying to pretend. I exhale and break it back and give it again. Yeah, I used to push my burgers like I feel it when I wasn't Whataburger doing what I did and again. And yes, Trey, a lot of them sauces got on my chairs. I've eaten a lot of Whataburgers standing right here. Probably 6 million. I don't even know how many goes, but I like my hamburgers picking my nose, and I don't even go if I still can't be. And Mr. Mint sitting in his room, yes, sirree, got this baby changing table in the background. I don't even know what I am doing with the right sound, and I'm waiting for somebody to turn around in that chair. Cody is the scary puppet standing right there, and I don't even get it because I still can't go. It's a Apocrypha. I'm sorry, that dude's really sucked, yo. He wasn't mean, he was just trying to help me grow. But you didn't even hear it 12 years ago. Now once again, what we still can't say, I gotta breathe what I'm doing when I'm feeling the pain, and now I get it going. You could exhale songs like a little race car on Mr. Min's desk, y'all. I don't even get it if I'm feeling for the B with 100 million offers. Given for me, I never get it with that dude's name. I can't even say. It's like a Maserati with the Hoppy anyway. But any other day, because the better when I do all them things that I came to say and do. And I'm sorry, Trey, that you had to sit there in my car. That smells like doo-doo right there. You go, girl. I'm talking to you, Trey. I know what I was doing with that ice water sparkling. Hey, and hey, what am I gonna take down through? Yes, I'm drinking that water too. Waterloo. I wasn't waiting for my cool, but it's vitamin B. Now I got my vitamin C. I'm looking at me. 1,000 milligrams. I could hit it back then. I could do it like forever. I could get it in my land. Oh, and yes, I'm cutting every little with my breath control. Like sizing and product told me to do, bro. So many days I would just wake up in the middle of the night going, I did another takedown. I'm sorry. Stop for being a jerk. Only if I couldn't make this, I am sitting at work. And yes, my lips are chapped, so I get the chapstick. Only if I can't rip when I'm looking for a trip. Oh ho. But what am I doing? I never go. Don't know what that is. The box cutter? I can't see it, bro. Only if I get it, because I still can't go. Yes, I rip when I flip with the Mandalorian, yo. Ha ha. Now I never say what I be, and I know products coming out with some bio-freeze. No, he's not doing that. Only if he go with the new solo album. I can't wait to hear it, yo. And will I be on it? He didn't even ask me, dude. Will I go cry in another room waiting for the truth? Wait, because it takes me like 6 years to record one verse, and only if I can't make the store. But that's me, I core. I'm waiting for Trey to have a heart attack with this beatbox, and only if I can't react. Ah! Now I know it's all the same. I think I used all the words. How about Winston A, where we are? Only if the German break cars. Singing for the people, now I'm looking like a star. Only if I do what I'm doing, at least I don't have to rap about narwhals right now. I front, and only if I get it, I spit it, and then I rip. Oh, I guess I'm done with this freestyle kid.
Yo, one to the front, one to the back. Yo, bring it again. One to the front, one to the back. Cause I spit these raps. You don't understand when I spit these facts. Ain't no latency, but I come with the attack. Breaking it back like Rack Mountain. Nah, I ain't Heath Ledger. I am what founded on principles, living my life. I'm rocking 2 white chairs. Call me Miami Vice. Puerto Rican deacon, cause I'm speaking. Y'all ain't even teaching. I be like I'm reaching, I'm teaching. Yo, I ain't reaching, but that was a reach. I use a line when I teach, understand when I preach. Bringing me back. I'm on the school bus, not the short one, Jack. I'm a knowledgeable what? Hey, ho, never that, bro. But I be like, hey, yo. Then I'm dropping napalm like if it was Vietnam, we was what, Viet Cong. Nah, but we bringing it back. I'ma tell you how it be, cause I'm still like that. And I'll pause with these breaths. Understand, dog? I'ma teach you all what y'all never learned the rest. Bringing it back. Tell you once again, I'm that same old cat. 1985 was the year I was born, and we kept it alive. So y'all ain't teaching me nothing. Understand, dog? I'm speaking cause you know I ain't something. And I'm spitting it once. And I'm getting it done. So I'm bringing it back, and I'ma keep on going. I'm never stopping. Yeah, he got to keep beatboxing. We straight hopping, we straight boxing, we straight flopping. Nah, never so. Understand? We bringing it back. We teach it, yo. Y'all never heard a cat like that? I bring it, yo. Going off the chain, off the dome, off the brain. Y'all ain't never heard me before. Nah, y'all ain't saying that so. Cause you heard my last album like years ago. Nah, and I'm about to bring another one. Cause I'm the number one, like your mother's son.
You're awesome.
No. Trey, I can't do this to you, man. I feel like you're take a breath.
Oh, I could have kept going. You know, I've done ciphers that were like 30 minutes long before. I'm not joking.
You go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, what?
It sounded cool.
Stop.
It sounded cool. Turn off the voice changer.
Stop. It was on the
cool.
entire time.
It sounded cool.
It sounded dope, though.
I
It sounded
hate
dope.
voice mod,
It sounded
man.
super
Okay.
dope.
As long as it was good, whatever. Who cares?
Well, again, ACL,
It had more bass.
He ends up beatboxing for over like 4 hours. Trey does during ACL.
not in a row, but yes.
Yeah, for like the whole because we do 5 hour long sessions, or 4 or 5 hour long sessions throughout the day, and so yeah, he has to do them back to back to back to back to back to back. And so yeah, we do have a looper so he can take a break.
Yeah.
But,
I think I got sick partially from that and from the freaking soil that they put down for this festival because it's in the air at all times.
It's everywhere.
And I'm like sneezing and it's just like soil out of my nose. I'm like, this is like gross, man. Like I got sick when I came back home. I was like gone from work for a week. Huh?
Yeah. We have to get you a gas mask this year.
I guess, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff though. I didn't expect Mr. Men to hop in. That was great.
Yeah.
Always.
Well done, guys.
I was expecting Cody to hop on, but it's all good.
It has to be in the cipher.
I wanted to, but then I was just like, felt so bad for you. I didn't know how talented you were at this. Okay, now I
can
know
go again
in the future. Jesus.
Yeah, don't say that because he'll just start beatboxing right now and make you rap. You almost got out smoothly. Oh, wait, here
Okay.
There goes.
Sick of soul when this dark. I'm outside of home. It's mine to own. Scatter comb to find my home. I don't know where to go, but I roam. Hey, hey.
There it is.
That's off the dome. Hey.
It's okay. I could see that you're home alone tripping because I got stepping on a little rake and I'm ripping.
And I'm ripping because I ain't tripping. Understand I ain't skipping. Y'all be like I'm teaching once again. And I ain't skipping the beat. I'm gonna teach you once again because I'm preaching this week. But not to church on the block and I keep it hot because the block stays hot. But I ain't Wayne. I ain't gone insane. I done tell you how it was like back in the day. So y'all can think me like M because it's Mr. Min, not Eminem. Oh. So breaking it back. You tell me about Bonnie and Clyde, I say nah, Jack. I ain't no Beyonce and dude like that. They call him Hova, forget it. I ain't blaspheming because I be like, forget it. I know Jehovah and I know Jesus Christ. And it ain't Kanye or Jay-Z or any night. They can think what they want and they straight up lost. But I ain't never get blown off and lost. Nah, I meant to say, dog, I ain't never get blown while I was sitting in Venice all alone and my wife was on her knees on the CD. That was on TMZ. Check it this week. I was just saying, never had that happen.
shut out the door.
This is
I'm
what
just
y'all get
saying.
for going live.
It was on
Yeah.
TMZ this week, or was it last week? I'm not sure.
No.
I think it was this week.
Yeah. You can't go to
my
Paris
gosh.
anymore, or Italy, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, that's
Venice.
an actual
Venice.
thing.
It was Venice.
Venice,
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it was.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much, guys, for being on the
Yeah.
show. I just hope that you had fun. This was a extra large episode, but it's not a shocker when I get to hang out with my friends. And Trey's like, okay, what did I sign up for?
Trey, he didn't mean you.
Yes. Well, Trey is one of my best friends. So
I mean, he's gonna have to spend a week with me here come
I mean,
October.
Oh,
So
two
I hope
weeks.
so.
It's actually 2 weeks. He'll be in Austin.
Well,
for
it's
ACL.
weekend to weekend.
Yeah, but you still have to hang out with me during the weekend, and you're not. I'm your ride. What are you gonna do?
But that's I'm saying, like, I guess that's
You're
2
right.
weeks,
It
but
is
it's
a
like
week. It's a week and a half.
it's a long week, an extra long week, especially when
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with you. It's like extra long. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, understandable. No, I'm not. Especially this time, we're gonna be traveling a lot more than last time. And last time you were only here for 3 days. This time you're
Oh.
here for the whole week. So that was rough. We had a hard time.
I
with the
thought
3
Jason
days.
hated me. Like, he picked me up, and I was like, man, he must have had a rough day, because I was like, literally have not seen this guy since what, 2016,
Yeah.
and it was last year, right?
Yep.
And so I was like, what's up, man? No hug, nothing. Like, no, what's up? No dap. No. I'm just like, yeah, put your stuff in the back. I was like, cool. I didn't just come from Kentucky to freaking Austin, Texas.
To hang out with me, to do work for me.
I was like, man, something must have hit Jason, or he's just exhausted. I don't know.
And I didn't know any of these feelings were happening because I'm just like, I'm not a morning person, so I'm just in the car going, why are we driving?
It
over
was
here like
late at night. What do you mean?
Oh, well then I don't have an excuse. I suck. I apologized already.
No, it was funny. It's just it's a bit. It's hilarious.
Yeah, no, because it was like we had to have a whole conversation. It was like, do you hate me? And I'm like, no, you're awesome. You're one of my favorite people, but I'm not good at this at the moment. I apologize. And so yeah, that was a fun situation. But yeah, the truth is, Cody, we met in 2012. He was like, he liked the stuff I did, which is cool. And then he was like, and then we were friends, and then we bumped into each other in the 16, and then we freestyled together, and then it was like,
Oh yeah, it was super dope.
then we were friends, and it was like, oh, this is cool. And then one day he started streaming, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And the next thing I know, I was rapping on a stream, and I was like, we should do a show together. But in all of this, he only met me. The only time we actually hung out was when I was a single guy, or right when I got engaged, or right before I got engaged.
Yeah,
When he
I was
first
like, wait,
met me.
what?
So he's actually not until
Wait,
last year.
2012,
how
when we
long have
met.
you been married?
I've been married for almost 10 years or 14 years. So
Melanie comes in. That's wrong.
Oh wow, so you guys do know each other.
yeah, but we hadn't hung out with each other in like 10 years until last year. Because we do the show, we've done the show almost 4 years now, but we never hung out in real life because but every week we hang out together, but in real life we never really did. So it will be the first time we met my family and all that stuff, which is cool. But it's just so funny how things work because it's like I didn't think like
Wait, wrong way. Look at he's like,
it's funny how things work.
does Melanie know? I'm just kidding.
Oh Lord, y'all are terrible.
Surprise! I'm the main. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I guess it's kind of the same with me and Cody. Like we only really hung out in person when I went there in the United States. But he came to my wedding.
That's what's up.
I invited you. He was one of my groomsmen at my wedding. Up in like on the
That's
spot. He didn't even know. I was like, "Yo, you're one of my groomsmen." He's like, "What?"
That's awesome.
He was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, like you, Zaya, Manny, y'all are my groomsmen." He's like, "What? Like, y'all came all the way out here from Texas. Like, what's wrong with you? Of course you're gonna get honored at my wedding, bro." And he
Did he
wore
have
his
the matching
Texas
top
tee,
wedding?
like
Oh.
his Texas tie.
The
No, that's-
bolo tie.
That wedding was wild,
Yeah.
bro. We
That's a
partied.
great wedding.
It was a good time, bro.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for being on the show. I really appreciate it. And
Congrats, guys.
thank you again. It's very cool to have you. I said me and I've been trying to get Cody on the show forever, so it's cool to actually have him here. And Mr. Min, you're always welcome back. So is Cody. You're always welcome back to be on the show whenever you want. Just tell us, and we'll make it happen. Even if it's in the middle of the day. Because all the times we've had Cody on the Mr. Min on the show, it's been like 4 a.m. for him. Cody. So it's nice to have him
It's
awake.
been horrible.
Truly.
Yeah,
But
bruh. It's 10. It's basically almost 10 o'clock out here, bruh. Look
Yeah.
at that.
AM?
Look at that. 10
No,
o'clock
night.
out here, bruh.
Oh, okay.
No,
but
PM.
thank you guys. Please, anybody that's listening to the show, like and subscribe. Make sure you check it out on anywhere you can get podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube and be friends with us. Go check us out in all the different places. Go check out our website, www. Why did I do that way? Lookforyou.com, the number 4, the letter U. Which Drew made for us, by the way. And if you're looking for a new website, go to nomadweb.design. They'll always hook you up. And thank you again for Boss Visual Media for hooking us up with our logos and whatnot. And Trey, I'm definitely forgetting stuff. What am I forgetting?
Does Cody and Mr. Min get plugs?
Oh yeah, they do get plugged. All right, now guys,
I was
whatever
gonna
you
say.
do, now you each are gonna get
So-
time to do Trey, do your thing.
You're good. No. I was just gonna say, you guys get some time to just throw up whatever you want. Where can we find you guys? What you guys are about to drop? All the social medias, whatever you want to say. I guess we can do Cody first, and then Mr. Min, you can go, and you guys will get full screen. So I'm gonna take this off. Cody, your time starts now.
Hey, my name is Cody Miles. I run 2 businesses. Just kidding. Okay. If you are a creative, check out assureapp.com. That's a proofing software that my company built and owns. It's used by 40,000 creatives worldwide, including creatives at Coca-Cola and Adidas and Uber, and they use our product to get faster feedback, better feedback on their digital proofs. And if you want to check out some of the music that's coming out later this year from me, just follow me on Instagram. It's mostly where I'm at, and it's Cody Miles 512.
Dope, sick, nasty.
That was super painful for me.
You're good.
Yo, so hi there. I'm Mr. Min.
Why is everyone like, why are we
What
all
Cody
having
tried.
weird intimate moments of the screen?
What Cody wanted to do, I do, because I do what I want.
It's true.
Check me out, Mista Min, MISTAMIN, on all your favorite social media platforms. You can check out my music on Spotify, YouTube Music. I think also on what's that thing called?
Fiverr.
Tidal, something like that. Jay-Z was behind it or something. MISTA space MIN. I have about 5 albums out. They're pretty dope. They're short albums, kind of EPs. Also check out the Concept 7 stuff. CEONCEPT 7. CONCEPT 7. Check that out. Yeah, man. Or you can just go to www.mistamin.com and you'll just be linked straight to my Bandcamp there, and you can check out some of my records there. Check out the music, support the artists, support what we do. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and hello. I'm Jason. And I just want to thank you for being on the show. Really. Thank you for being here.
Hi, I'm Trey. Are you struggling with your bowel movements? Because what we offer here. Wrong one. Oh God, that was so good. Hi, I'm Jason. You just kept like slowly getting towards closer to the camera.
You know how I told you earlier that my wife would get mad if I go 3 hours of the show? She literally just walked in, like, look at me like, you're done, right? Like, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Well, this is our time for a close.
2 more things we have to plug, Jason.
What?
2 more things we have to plug. Change water.
Yes.
Gotta drink that changed water.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, make sure that you
And
check out the new
we should
the new album.
go ahead.
Oh
If
yeah.
I ever
the thing
record
where
the logo, if I record the last verse that everybody's waiting for. Hello. But yeah.
And check out our boy Saul Paul. Let's shout out Saul Paul.
Yeah, he has a new album that just released
SAULPAUL.com.
last week.
He's my hero.
This week.
Yeah,
He has a new
exactly. I
album.
haven't heard it yet, man. I need to make time for that. You see, I'm ashamed of myself. I didn't hear it when it released. I'm a loser.
Oh.
I disappoint everybody around me, just like Jason.
So now it's time. Now it's time to end with the closing. Trey, it's time for Trey's therapy session. So y'all stop roasting me. Time to roast Trey. But thank you guys. You don't understand how much I appreciate it. This is more of a hangout chill time than it is an effective show. I apologize for that part, but y'all are awesome. It's so fun to hang out with you and see your faces. But guys, Trey, I brought in some special therapists for your show, for your therapy today. Here's Dr. Cody Miles and Dr. Mr. Min. They're going to talk to you about your life. I already prepped them on everything that's going on with you, so they're ready to ask you questions. How about you, Mr. Miles? What do you got here?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you're sticking to your regimen so that those bowel movements kind of get in check. And then more important than anything, that life crisis, it's coming a little early for you, okay? But we just want to ride that wave. Feel all those feelings, okay? Don't try to avoid them. Stop drinking. Most important, stop the drinking. Thank you.
I appreciate the words of wisdom, Professor Miles.
Mr. Man, do you have any questions for
Those
or insight?
Those reverse dry dreams you keep having about your dog, your poodle, they need to stop.
Reverse what dreams?
Those reverse dry dreams. Reverse dry dreams you have about your poodle need to stop.
I don't know what this means.
I don't know what it means either. Okay.
I don't
see
think
where he's
I wanna
going
know.
with this.
Cody got it.
So the awkward thing is I don't have a poodle, so that's even weirder, right?
Yeah.
You see,
but they need to stop.
That's
They do
really
need to stop.
strange that you keep forgetting that. It's really strange.
This is why I'm
to
here.
have that
This is why I'm
poodle.
here.
We need to
This is
work
why
on
I'm
that.
here.
We need to work
Oh,
on
you know
that.
what?
We
I
really
think
need to
that's a
work on
German
that.
accent. I think he's trying to say puddle.
What is what?
Your reverse dreams about a puddle.
Oh my god.
Joe, do you have any more questions for Trey?
How are you dealing with your midlife crisis? Is it going okay?
No, actually, I mean, obviously, as you can tell, I'm having dreams.
About puddles.
My puddles, yeah. Really, like you said, the bowel movements are they're not great. One day I'm just backed up like a brick house, and then the other times I'm just it's just all coming out at once. So and at both ends, really.
As long as you're not swallowing yourself anymore. As long as you're not swallowing yourself anymore, like that one time in band camp, it'll be all right.
What you're not realizing is I'm in my room and I'm looking at my bed right now, at my puddle.
All right. Well, now it's time for Trey to have quality time. Thank you, everybody, watching the show.
Jesus, Mary Joseph.
Oh,
Cody,
And all
Mr.
the
Man,
angels.
you guys have been amazing guests. Yeah, you guys have been amazing guests. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You guys, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I thought we all had a bunch of laughs here. So,
Yeah, my face
but
hurts.
I was miserable.
you said your face hurts.
Never
you're
coming back
miserable?
here
Good.
again.
okay.
Finally, no, I'm just kidding.
Trey's been trying to get rid of you for years. So
Yeah, he's only been on our show twice.
Thank you.
3 times.
3 times. Yeah, no, this is the 3rd time. But you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much, Jason. Anything else?
Hey, thank you so much again, guys. Please keep on checking us out. Mr. Min and Cody, stay on the line just for a few more seconds once we close. And everybody else, have a good night. Good day. You have a whole day ahead of you. You know what? You're going to be successful today. Just keep on moving. If for some reason you decided to spend 2 hours with us, we appreciate it so much. And I know Cody's name
And
is
to
on my
tattoo
eyeball.
Cody Miles on your
Yeah.
eye.
This is, you finally figured out my real heart. You found the tattoo. But thank you so much for listening to us. We hope you have a great night. And Dave and Trey.
All right.
you think?
Flows for you. Flows for you.
This is what we do now. This is what we do.
He got it right. Let's go. All right. We love you guys. Take care. We're out. Hi, Mace here.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows to you, flows to you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows to you, flows to you. This is what we do now. This is what we do.